So we saw a pretty shocking ending scene with Davis, McLean and Cooper Saxe shaking hands at the end of episode 5 on what looks like to be a deal which will finally put Tariq behind bars for his sins. Or is that what they just want us to believe? Welcome back to MovieBot, and I'm talking whether Cooper Saxe is getting played. So I hope you all are having a good week. As usual, I'm breaking down key storylines all this week. There's so much I want to talk about. There's of course this video which is all about Cooper Saxe, Tariq and McLean. I want to talk about Kane versus Tariq, more about Riley and whether she could die, Braden's brother Trace who stole the pills. There's also Jabari stealing Tariq's work as well. So hopefully I'll be covering everything you guys mentioned, and if I don't, just let me know. I'll try and incorporate into my videos. And I'm also going to start talking about Cobra Kai because I finally finished just watching it, and oh my god, it is amazing. So if you guys haven't seen it, then make sure you guys watch it because I'll be talking about it soon. But with that being said, let's go straight in and talk about the ending scene which we saw between Cooper Saxe and Davis McLean. And it all kicked off when Davis McLean went over to Tamika's, and with the two best lawyers around, apart from Proctor, I miss Proctor, but with Tamika and McLean sitting down, they were going to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and they did. McLean went to Saxe's office and told him that he knows he was there the night at Truth when Ghost was shot, and he wanted all charges dropped against Tasha, but Saxe turned around with the evidence that he got being shady again, which showed Tariq's confession. They eventually shook hands on a deal which would see McLean get a win for his client, all charges dropped against Tasha, and where Saxe would get someone for the shooting of Ghost, and that's Tariq. And we really saw the ruthless side to Davis McLean because there really is a hidden side and some secrets about his past that we don't know about. Remember, he also mentioned that he has a brother in episode 2 or 3 who he represented, and I really want to know more about his character and what makes him who he is, because you may have heard me mention it before, he's undefeated. He's undefeated as a lawyer, and that's why he's the best, and that's why he wanted 500k to take this case on. We also saw Carrie telling Tariq to be careful of McLean when they were having dinner at Lauren's in episode 4, The Prince. So there seems to be some history between Carrie and Davis McLean as well, so Tariq's already had a warning. But here's the thing, is the deal that McLean and Saxe made as clear cut as it first seemed? Because that video really won't stick. Firstly, Tariq was extremely intoxicated. Well, that's what they want us to believe, because I'm going to come to that in just a moment. Saxe wasn't able to use that video, it's admissible, but he knows that it's Tariq who shot Ghost, and he now knows where to look, and all he has to do is connect the dots, and there we go, he has his man. But here's the thing, did Tariq want him to find him there when he was at Ghost's grave? Now many of you asked the question on yesterday's video, what did I mean about Tariq changing clothes from when he was at the party to when we saw him at Raina and Ghost's grave? And it's simple, Tariq is wearing the same suit he wore when he shot Ghost that night at Truth. And well, if Tariq was so intoxicated and drugged up as we first believed, why did he go home, get changed into this suit, and then go and visit Raina and Ghost's grave? Now we know he was feeling a little guilty about Raina because effectively it was his fault that she was killed, but did Tariq notice that Riley came into the room and was tracking his live location from his phone? I think Tariq would have realized this and then made his play, and McLean could have been on it too. Because do you really think that McLean didn't know about Tasha wanted to make a deal? Of course he knew, and I believe they're playing Saxe. They've never given Saxe a win in the whole Power series, and I don't think they're going to start now. And most of you who have been following me for a while know I made a prediction before book 2 started, and I'm still sticking to it despite what we saw in episode 5. I think Cooper Saxe will somehow get pinned for the murder of Ghost, so I'm still sticking to my original prediction, and I think it's going to all start to crumble for Saxe when Riley gets killed. The other day I predicted that Saxe would kill Tamika, and I'm also predicting that Riley will too, and this could be what unravels Saxe. I really hope Riley doesn't die, but I just think with Trace stealing Braden and Tariq's stash of pills, Riley will be the one who gets blamed for it. Braden or Tariq will go apeshit and they might kill her, or Kane might kill her. I really hope they don't, because I've spoken about how I want Riley to join Tariq and Braden's team, and I want Tariq to use Riley against Saxe, so I hope she ends up working for Tariq instead. But if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm leaning more towards her getting killed, so let me know your thoughts on that one. But I'm going to be talking about that particular storyline with Braden's brother stealing the stash of pills later on in the week in more detail, and what's going to be the outcome of that, because I think it could play out in a few different ways. So I'll be uploading that this week, as well as all the other key storylines as well. I'm going to be digging deep into everything we've seen so far, so I'll probably be doing a recap of the first 5 episodes once I've spoken about all of the key storylines. So let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Tariq and McLean are playing Cooper Saxe, or is this deal between Davis, McLean and Saxe legit? And could we see Tariq behind bars soon? Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, remember to smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.